Hello, everyone. We're at home.
You're at home.
And it's chaos. So the mouse almost died, which is why we're a little bit late. But hopefully this will last through the time. So I know we're doing this kind of last minute. So thanks for hanging out with us. Basically, Cheryl wanted to start up Motivate Your Monday. We're both tired. We're both a little out of it. Yay, Apple! Everybody say hi. Tell us you're here. And I need to make some dinner. And I've been cleaning the kitchen for 8 hours. I am not done yet. I still have like 4 drawers and 4 cabinets. Because there's cabinets all under here too. Hey, Jill. It's good to see you.
And I have 2 drawers left to clean in the refrigerator.
Yes. So it has been an extravaganza. So I think you guys, if you watched any of our lives from while we were traveling, our stove died. So we have a new stove, and perhaps we shall use it this time. We also got some roaches while we were gone. And while our friends tried to help, they put out just little
Glue traps.
Not those kind of glue traps, but like roach glue traps. So it's not like a mouse could get caught in it or anything like that. We are very anti-glue trap. But I will kill a roach. So let's just cut to the chase there. It's because it's them or me at this point. And it wasn't like we saw 1 or 2. It was bad. And so, but since we came home a few days ago, we put the regular ones out that basically they drink a little of it and take it home. So the cats aren't, and they're in places the cats won't get to them. And things are going really, really well. T.S., tomorrow is Tiffany, and tomorrow is the Positivity Circle. Today is a surprise extravaganza. So because we had roaches in the house, I'm sterilizing absolutely everything. Because I'm definitely too OCD to let that go. So, like, everything has been moved out.
Cabinets clean.
Like
everything.
Going through the dishwasher, if there was possibilities. But I'm really happy because now that things are clean, we really aren't seeing any. So I feel like plan A is working, and we will not have to do plan B, which is to get someone to come spray, which I will only do as a last resort.
Yeah, we don't really want to have to put the cats anywhere or anything like that.
Well, it's not even just putting the cats. It's also not good for us, and we have allergies. So, but again, if it's between me and the roach will go. A mouse I will catch and set free. Chipmunks we catch and we set free. Even ants, I try to lead them away before it happens. Mm-hmm. So anyhow, so what I'm doing, because I didn't even tell you the other thing. So our house sitter mistakenly turned the fuse off on the fridge because there was a fuse that blew and she was trying to capture the right fuse. And so we came home and everything had been sitting in the fridge. There wasn't a lot, but all of my condiments and homemade stuff and some of the things I had in the freezer for backups. So we threw out like 3 or 4 bags of
4 big bags of stuff from the freezer. And
so that was on addition to what we had already planned. And I thought the roaches would all be gone because I thought they would have already done the little combat-y kind of, I don't know what we got, but back back in the day when I had roaches in New Orleans, which is just commonplace, and I had no money, so it was combat or nothing, and they worked great. And again, if we just see 1 or 2 roaches, we set them free outside. But when it's an army, that's the way it's got to go. Oh, okay. Leanne says killing roaches is acceptable, in my humble opinion. Right. I'm just saying because I know some of you may be disappointed, but also you wouldn't want to eat at my house if there were a bunch of roaches around, would you? I think not. Oh, and Joy says go in your kitchen in the middle of the night and turn on lights. Sometimes you will see roaches. Yeah, these are these little teeny tiny Portuguese ones. So I lived in New Orleans. I had palmetto bugs fly back at me. Like I went away for the summer and I had a gas stove and I kept my pots on top. I moved it and palmetto bugs had moved in. Like it was extreme. It's not that extreme now. TS says, just know cockroaches can come up from the sinks and showers from the sewer. We don't really have...
Well, we've got a septic tank.
We have a septic tank, and I'm not saying that is pristine.
I think they could probably come from that too.
But these are different than any ones we've ever seen in the house before. So what we think is, because we were ordering a lot of stuff before our trip, that maybe one just came in a box. We didn't break down all the boxes and dispose of them before we left.
And we did get some stuff while we were gone too.
Yeah, so who knows? No need for a blame game, just a sterilization game. And TS says I put sink and shower shrooms and they can't come up through the drains. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So we'll check that out. We'll see. Like, it's been way, way better. And here's Fergus.
Okay, come on.
To take care of my bleach cabinets. That's okay. We're not really going to put anything on the cabinet or cut anything open, so.
How about we get your chair or something, buddy?
Would you like a chair?
Let's see.
Would you like a chair? If you want to hand me those paper towels, we can put those here. So anyhow, hey, back at home, trying to get a few things done. So we got a new stove, which we haven't used yet, which we're going to use tonight. I had a bunch of Rancho Gordo beans, so what I actually did is take these pintos. I did not plan super far ahead because I've been very tired. And, but I just, when I got up and started cleaning the kitchen, I went ahead and just put these in water and look at how much they expanded.
Oh, wow.
So it's just the same as soaking them overnight. So if you wake up in the morning, you're like, I really want beans for dinner, but I forgot to soak them last night. You still probably have 8 hours. So there you go. And Tia says, hi, Fergus. He is happy we're home. He's happy, bunny. And so is Freya. Okay. I will wash my hands because I did have them all over Fergus.
Freya is snoozing in the cat tree currently. We have the windows all open because it's fairly cool here today. Well, this evening it was about 79 during the day, but it's pretty nice now. And of course now Fergus is like, hey, I remember going out there, and we're like, nope.
Yeah, not happening. So we've got a few things. So with these pinto beans, these are Rancho Gordo pinto beans. Do yours have to be fancy Rancho Gordo pinto beans? Absolutely not.
These were what we had.
These are what we have. Oh, Francis, my dog Tucker's barking at Fergus. Fergus is smug, going, that dog can't get me. So one of the reasons this is my go-to, and you could make these without soaking. But let me tell you something. In the past 2 months, we have not had beans as much as we usually do.
Oh, we are craving some beans.
Beans and rice. So we've had less fiber in our diets a little bit from all the travel. Not when we had rice, most of the time it wasn't brown rice. So I soak them to be kinder to our digestive systems, really. It's just about it. Let me grab this. So you could also, if you're like, I want to make something now, you can make a version of this by just smushing canned pinto or black or kidney beans or some combination. Okay, so I've already rinsed these because everybody has what they say makes gas happen. And one of the things is soaking and rinsing rinses off this undigestible protein. It has a like 18,000 character name. We don't need to know that. Life is too hard to remember all that. So these have been soaked. So I don't need that much water, but I can drain some of the water if it's too much, or I can cook it off a little bit. So this is I'm not really measuring anything. Okay. And since they're soaked, I'm going to try, and these are Rancho Gordo beans that are new and not from my old stash. I'm going to try 5 minutes at high pressure. You could probably do twice that if they weren't. And I did have, oh, here's my measuring spoons. Not that we really need it. So a couple things I'm going to do is I don't have any garlic anymore that's all done up. I don't have any cut up onions. So I'm going to put about, actually, I'm going to put a teaspoon of garlic powder in there. Oh, Vagana, we missed you too. T.S., you like our shirts? Thank you. I think these are, will you find, oh, here we go.
This is my Disney Cruise Line shirt.
Here, I'll let you. Well,
Disney
sorry.
cruising shirt.
And I did
But it'll work on any ship.
I did get this in Amsterdam.
You got that in Amsterdam.
Oh, Colleen, good to see you in your home kitchen. Your travels were fabulous. It feels good to be home. It feels a little overwhelming being at home just because so many things went, like the fridge was kind of hard.
We expected the stove.
But I wasn't, and I'm trying to get about a half a teaspoon. This is hard as a rock. So I'm just scraping some out. And honestly, this is what I would do if I was not live.
We did have some yard work done while we were gone too that our friend Claire kind of supervised, and actually it was really nice to come home to a very manicured front area of our house, so that was nice.
Big Anna says you're rocking that Disney Cruise Line shirt, and you kind of are. I'm going to do about a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika because I want a little smoky in here. I'm kind of doing a traditional refried beans in my head, so I'm going to use some cumin. Oh, and Fran says, I put a piece of kombu seaweed in my beans to help the gas. Each culture has something they do, like Slavic cultures use bay leaves. Mexicans often use epazote. So seaweed does help too. There's no wrong way.
Is that a pound of beans?
It is a pound of beans. I'm going to put about a half teaspoon of cumin because I don't want them to be too cumin heavy, but I'll probably add more later. I could just cook the beans and add this, but I want to see if some of it will cook in a little bit. And I'm going to put a little coriander just because I really like coriander with it. And I'm going to do half a teaspoon. And I feel like it kind of takes some of the bite out of the cumin. And this is a 6-quart Instant Pot. So you can kind of see it's about, let's see, that's half full. It's like maybe, it's less than half full, like by a good bit. The max is here, half full is here, 2 is here, and there's like about that much room between the 2 and it at this point anyhow. Okay, so I could make these into green chilies. Refried beans when I puree in some canned green chilies. I could put a whole dried chili pepper, like an ancho or guajillo, and then puree that up in. I don't want to go find it. I haven't gotten to the pantry yet. I don't want to go in and find something I don't want to know. It's been a long day. So I have ancho and guajillo powder. Also in my Rancho Gordo beans, like I actually just opened up the past 3 quarters as we cleaned out stuff. I have some New Mexican red chili powder. You could use chili for the stew powder. So ancho, and do you want to smell the ancho? Kind of a darker, raisiny, almost date kind of yumminess. And we can always add more. And this is the guajillo. It's a lighter in color and lighter in smell and taste, and we'll do about a teaspoon of that. And I think I'm going to save the Mexican oregano for when it goes in, and we're going to save, I don't have any limes, but I have my trusty True Lime powder, and we'll talk a minute about what else you could use. So I'm just going to kind of stir this around. You want to smell the beans?
Yeah.
Or smell the broth that we're kind of working with? Right?
Nice.
So all I'm doing is kind of giving it a head start. That's it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? And I'm going to have to turn this back around to me. Okay, so I'm going to pressure cook. We're going to do custom, high, and I'm going to say 5 minutes. We'll check it. They may not be done. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 7 minutes because I don't want to check them. I just want them to magically be done. Where do I... Yeah, let's talk about some of the spices and stuff. That'll be a good thing to do. Let me wash my hands really quick again. And I was thinking too, while we do things, I do have some stuff out from the box. We can make a mocktail. We can live that big life. So,
First thing we did was come home and I cleaned out the ice maker and got it all set up, and we've been like having all the ice we can hold.
it's been glorious. It really has. I've drank more liquid the past 3 days than I did for a long time. Tanya!
Hey,
It's good to see you.
it's hard to drink liquids that aren't cold for us because we love cold drinks so much.
Unless you're in Iceland or Norway that has the best tasting water possibly in the entire world.
Yeah, Iceland
I can drink
especially.
it any day, any way, straight from a tap. There you go.
Iceland water was just amazing.
It was delightful. And Cheryl will be working on some stuff. She had a sleep doctor appointment and some other stuff today, but those videos are going to start coming out. We'll make sure to announce them here as well. So back to Fran's question. Where do you find your different chili powders and the Mexican oregano? So I'm in the Bean Club, so I have some Mexican oregano from Rancho Gordo, but I get a pound bag of Frontier from Amazon. If you seal it up really well, like don't just cut it open and leave it, then I put it in a Ziploc and sometimes a double Ziploc, and it'll last a year or more that way. I haven't found any to grow still. But that's with the Mexican oregano. If you don't have Mexican oregano, it's okay. You can use regular, but I'm going to have Cheryl gets to be the guinea pig today. And actually, I just got we've got a couple of different oreganos. Huh?
I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay. So, here's regular old oregano. Smells
Okay.
kind of like high school pizza. School pizza, right?
Yeah, it does. Exactly.
Now this is the tar oregano. And it's a little bit sweeter. Tiny bit of citrus. I got this because I'm in the Burlap and Barrel Club. I love me a food club. This is one I just got, which is oregano indio. So I'm curious. It's from Mexico, but so smell that. It's almost like marjoram, but if you smell regular pizza oregano and that, some similarities but some differences.
Smells better.
It's a more complex flavor or aroma, kind of some hints of lemon, citrus. And this is just a harsher oregano, which is perfect for the things it can be used in. And then, ooh, this is completely different. I just got this, so I haven't done any research on it yet. This is also known as mouse's ear, Orha de raton, and there's a Latin name for it. I got to do some research.
Can you smell again? That smells totally different than any of those.
Yeah, here, I'll show you guys.
I don't even know that smells like oregano.
Well, Oregano, you've got to, it can be a little different.
That would not go well in Italian food.
Well, it's not for Italian food, so that's okay. All oregano is not made. Tanya says, hubby wants to know if Cheryl got her shirt on a cruise. You did, didn't you?
Yeah, this one
from the Disney cruise?
on your birthday, yeah, the Disney cruise on your birthday.
So I'm going to do some research about this, and I'm also going to, some point today, unbox some more of my burlap and barrel, because I actually think I have 2 boxes that everything's piled up. But so Apple is saying Mediterranean oregano has a mild earthly and slightly minty flavor. Mexican oregano has a stronger citrusy and licorice-like taste. Yeah, they're 2 different plant families, and I think this may be even a different one from everybody else. Here, I'll put this up for you. Can we get it where you can see it? There you go. Can you see? It has the Latin name. So if you want to look that up. But literally, I just had it here. Yes, absolutely. And that's what I recommend. If you can't find Mexican oregano, use marjoram. And marjoram is something I use a lot in soups and stews. And here, do I have them? Yeah, here we go. See, this is
What is that?
marjoram. It's kind of like this is like if oregano, marjoram, and a lemon had a baby.
The marjoram smells kind of florally.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a basil that has a little bit of licorice in it, Tanya.
Ooh, licorice.
Okay, so that's my oregano spiel, and I'm sorry you can't be here for smell and tell.
All of our licorice dreams were answered while we were in Iceland and Norway, especially in Norway.
And we found a lot of vegan licorice, which was great.
Haribo makes vegan licorice over there. And then I should have bought a case of it because over there Haribo is also very cheap. And here it's not. But then when I looked up to see if I could buy the licorice here somewhere, I can't. Because that one's only there and now I can't. It would be $4 a bag. Small bag in U.S. prices.
And we don't need bags.
And we don't need bags of candy. Besides that, it would cost $82 to ship it here. $82.
Tariffs, they suck.
Yeah, so.
So, what's another way around some things? So, going back to Fran, talking about where did I get these powders? So, I actually took dried ancho chilies, and if you look on my channel, I show you how to make dried chili powder. So basically all you do, you cut off the stem, you open it up, you get the seeds out, you can put it in your oven or toaster oven till it gets crispy, or a dehydrator. Usually I dehydrate it in the Breville.
Breville is not there.
No, the Breville is...
We are Breville free. Breville free.
Well, summer's over. I use Breville a lot this summer, and I think Cheryl this week or next is going to be doing a cleaning of it
because it needs a
it's
big
disgusting.
clean. It needs a big clean.
But so all you have to do is do that, and then we just grind them up in a small blender or a spice grinder. The Breville is over there on the floor. So. Sorry.
She's been sniffing powders. This is what happens when she sticks her nose in a powder.
Okay.
She does it every time.
So you can make your own. So I usually make ancho and guajillo because they're not super spicy. And Cheryl doesn't eat super spicy, and I can put hot sauce on food. But you can make powders out of anything you wanted to. You can make, I would not do like Carolina Reaper or Ghost Pepper, because even in the blending of that, you could hurt yourself. So I do make my own jalapeno powder. I probably would stop when it gets close to, I don't even know if I'd make my own habanero powder. I might put the cutoff there. If you make something that's spicy at all, make sure that you give, after you blend it, give it time to settle. Put on a mask, put on gloves while you're working with all that, things like that.
We had a friend who decided to mess with ghost peppers in his kitchen, and he didn't wear gloves, and he had to go to the bathroom while he was doing that, and chaos ensued. So he learned a very valuable lesson about gloves, or washing your hands before you go to the bathroom if you've been in the kitchen, because you never know.
Yeah, it was not pleasant. But why do I go to all that? It seems like a lot of steps. Well, the only thing that's a pain in the butt is cutting everything up a little bit. And I tend to go ahead and make bigger batch. I make enough to make at least a pint jar at a time. And I use a lot of it. Once you have it, you'll use it in more things. You can toss it, tofu in it, put it and crisp it up and make tacos out of that, or put it in cauliflower, like especially riced cauliflower, something like that. Make it into chorizo. We have a chorizo spice too. So it's very easy to do. I'm getting low, so maybe I'll do one fairly soon with the guajillo. Yay, it's starting. I don't know if you guys could hear that.
I'm so excited to have some Mexican food.
Yeah.
Because we haven't really had that. Like,
no. Oh, Tanya says I'm really happy with the litter robot.
We are too. Like, it's been really, really great for people that have been coming over and taking care of the cats. It's just so easy for them to empty that. They don't have to get their hands all dirty and involved and things like that. Did you get the litter hopper for the back? Because I have to say, when I first got the litter hopper, I thought, this is an added expense that is probably really not worth it, and it's probably going to be more problem than it's worth, but it is not. It is not. The litter hopper is awesome, so it recognizes when it needs more litter, and it just does its cycle, and then it puts the litter in that it needs to get it back to the right weight, and it's loving the hopper. The hopper's been great, especially for some of our house sitters. They just have to check and see if they need to put some more in the hopper. It's only about this big. So about once a month you got to kind of add a little bit more to it. But you don't have the room behind it. Yeah, that's a bummer, because it is, the litter hopper's kind of the bomb diggity, as we used to say. And I what do you think, Fergus, since you're over there chit-chatting?
Fergus thinks he wants to go outside and it's dark. I'm also going to cut up, I'm going to make tostadas with this. So I figured while she was talking, I'd cut up the lettuce. Then we are going to, oh, Chef Yun, yay! Good morning. I'm going to make some queso fresco, some little fresh cheese, and I'm going to use the almonds from the almond milk I made. And they're not blanched almonds, so it's not going to be as white and pretty, but I know some of you have asked about that before, if you can do it with regular almonds, and of course you can.
I'm also really happy to see some romaine, because I feel like when we were on the Cunard, it felt like every salad that they had was spinach and rocket.
Arugula.
Or arugula.
Arugula is the American name.
And not a fan. I'm not a fan of arugula, really. To me, arugula looks and feels like you went out in the backyard and shucked a branch.
It's very good.
And then threw it in a bowl.
And if you didn't want to, we're going to use some almond tortillas, because I got some at Costco. They don't have any oil in it, but they are higher calorie density because they have almonds. So if you're not, you could use corn tortillas too. That would be, yeah. Oh, Kimberly says decluttering my kitchen appliances. Wow. So does that mean you're like getting some of those, giving them away, or you're just reorganizing them? And Sherry says, love the True Citrus in my SodaStream water. Yeah. Grapefruit in the 500. Like, I have a big giant jug of a mix of them.
Yeah, it's like lime and lemon.
But, and here's the other thing, kind of like we were talking about, you can make your own chili powder. So there's always choices. You have choices. Today, I woke up and I soaked these beans. If I hadn't, I would pull cans of beans and strain them and put spices in them to make this, right? Same thing with these powders. You can buy them, or zest your lemons or limes before you juice them, dehydrate them, and blend it, and make your own lemon powder. So it's just all to you. Apple loves arugula, and you're just, her description. It took a long time for me to get her to eat salad.
Because it's peppery. If I wanted pepper on my salad, I would put pepper on my salad.
Pepper is delicious on a salad. Okay, so this is more than donating stuff. Okay, cool. Are you giving up some things you may not think you want to give up? All right. So again, this is not going to look quite right because it has the skins in it, but it's going to taste delicious. I have some lactic acid in my special gorgeous container. Just kidding. And then I'm going to use a little lemon powder, and I'm going to use some salt. Yeah, you can totally make chili lime powder. And actually, I think I might have that in potions and powders, which I'm starting to photograph now. And tonight, people will get a message who've been testers before to test for potions and powders. If you want to test for potions and powders, email support@healthyslowcooking.com and Cheryl will add you in. Or I will. Somebody will. Okay. So you're like, oh, it's so hard to make vegan cheese. Don't get up there now. So I'm literally taking almond trash from the Nama. Basically, I'm going to just kind of do it by taste.
I can't believe how dry that stuff is.
Yeah, the Nama is a lot drier, which is why it makes really good queso fresco. Now, if you're making oat milk, that's not the case. The oat milk isn't going to result in a great pulp. And I did some soy milk tests in the Nama. Not great. So if you want to make soy milk, even if you cook your soybeans, I do not recommend the Nama for that. So I'm just kind of, it's got a little bit, it's just a little bit moist holding together. Yeah, I don't have a freeze dryer.
It's a freeze dryer.
It dries by freezing. Have you ever gotten anything out of the freezer and it's looked like it was dehydrated? Freeze drying. That's at least the concept. The concept of freeze drying. And Rosh Yen says, I think you and Oz are so alike. Sometimes Oz hates arugula as well. The only time he eats it is when we're at fancy restaurant and they use it. Same for her.
Yep. I don't ask for it. I don't, like, if I have to have it, I will. But like I said, I learned a lot of new words while we were on vacation, like rocket and aubergine and courgette. And so
all right,
now I can recognize those things in dishes.
I'm going to start with about a half a teaspoon of lactic acid. This is probably a cup and a third or so of almond pulp. But you could start with less. You could start with just, less than a half. Yeah, freeze dryers are expensive. Anyone who wants me to try freeze dryer and demo it on my YouTube channel, contact support@healthyslowcooking.com.
So you'll be happy.
In here, it it's supposed to be about what 1 wedge of lemon is. I think it's like a 1/4 teaspoon of powder. I can even...
It says
maybe
1
an egg.
packet equals 1 wedge.
Yeah, I just said that.
But, like...
There could be different sizes of wedges.
that's what I mean. Like, so to me, that's confusing.
I like to have it have a little more lemony taste, but we'll put like half of it in there for now. And then I'm going to take a big pinch of salt, probably 1/8 of a teaspoon, maybe just a little bit more. Now, if you use Meomat pulp, it's not going to be as dry. And that's okay. It's still going to make a delicious kind of cheesy thing. We can also put a little nutritional yeast in here. I'm going to go ahead and put the last tiny bit of lemon in there. I'm going to put just a little more lactic acid. It's going to give it also a little kind of zing.
So queso fresco is the kind of like crumbly cheese.
Crumbly Mexican cheese.
And then queso is the liquidy one, right?
Right. I believe nutritional yeast. The thing that says nutritional yeast. Ooh. And I'm going to put, I don't want this to be too much, so I'm probably going to start with a tablespoon. And if I was making this all by myself, I wouldn't even be paying attention. Okay, so I'm gonna have a little bit of this out. I've got the fan going. Smells good. It smells like
It's
spicy.
just a steamer, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to be scared.
And depending on what model you have, this is the Pro, so it makes the steam smaller.
Yeah, it's okay. It's been a while since you heard kitchen noises.
So we'll let that until I hear it get kind of liquidy, and then I'll turn it a little bit.
You good? Okay. It's not a snake.
Okay. You're talking to all the peoples too, because you have a microphone.
That's right. Sorry.
So I'm just going to mix this up real good. Now, if you wanted to make a version that didn't use okara, because you could use okara. I had been doing blanched almond milk, but I just had regular almonds now and not blanched ones. And that's why this is it. But it's so simple, and because it's fairly dry, especially if you use some real lemon juice, it really will keep a little bit longer. Okara usually goes bad within about 5 or 6 days, but you can always freeze it. You could always freeze this. You could freeze part of this and pull it out for tacos next time. Okay.
Shelly just joined us, wanted to know what we're making. We're making refried beans in the Instant Pot.
This one's very lemony.
And Kathy is taking the almond pulp from this morning's almond milk
And making a queso fresco.
and making crumbly cheese.
Crumbly cheese. Now, you're probably going, why is it brown? It's brown because I made almond milk with skins on it. A lot of times I'll go ahead now and buy blanched almonds just so I have pretty pulp. But you know what? It's going to taste the same. Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, a little lemony, but I think it's supposed to be, yeah?
I'm feeling it.
Okay.
So that's how hard it was. So I made a creamer and I made almond milk for the week this morning and just put that aside. And Tanya was saying she's been throwing away her pulp. Just freeze it. Or dehydrate it. Dehydrate it in the Breville or your dehydrator, and you have free almond flour. And then it'll last. You can keep it for a long time if you dehydrate it. And the pulp from the Nama is just much drier, and it's going to do really well.
I think I would I would like it to have just a little bit more salt to counteract the lemon.
Okay. You mix. Okay, so let's take a look at these beans, and then we'll kind of see where we are. We'll taste them. I'll decide what else we're going to do. And Tanya says, I've been too lazy to peel my almonds to make milk. Oh, and actually, Raw Chef Yen says, the local tofu company just sent me a small container of okara. I made an ice cream mixture with it. We'll be spinning it later this evening. First time using okara for ice cream.
Okara is amazing.
Okara is so good. It makes it really nice, thick texture. It's different than using the white sweet potato, but I feel like those are my top 2 favorite results. They're interchangeable for me. She's going to sneak some arugula in the green smoothie bowl for Oz.
Poor Oz. I made a mess. I need a
That's
napkin.
okay. It's okay. We'll clean it up later. Here, you can taste it. Taste it and see if it's... You didn't even get it.
I pulled it out before I could get it. Stop. Just give it to me. Yeah, it's better.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you, and this goes here. There's 2 places for it, so if you didn't know that, I'm putting it down here because I'm trying to show you what's here. So first off, we need to see if these beans are done, and I think they may not be done. So my first hint is there's kind of a wrinkly one, but this is my bean test. So I get one that looks maybe like not so good. Let's see, I'll take this one. This one looks in between. Take the bean and pivot. Oh, it's pretty smushy. Let me eat it. No, it may just be this one bean. This bean's not cooked. Can you guys see that? If I do, yeah, it's hard as a rock. The rest of the beans are not like that though.
How would one bean out of all those not be done? Like, what kind of magic does that?
It could just have been a bad bean that I missed, or it could be the weather.
Is it really a bean?
It's a bean. Look,
Or is it a rock?
it's not a rock. It's a bean. And it's not. It's just
Hey.
really tough skinned. They may or may not be hearing that, so they just think you're. But see how it's not cooked? It looks like a peanut.
Yeah.
And I can show you guys that too. So if your beans look like this, stop it. Cook some more. You're going to have a tummy ache. Okay? Now, let me see if there's any others in here. So I'm looking, I see one more. Just checking. No tummy aches for us. And also what I can do too is just push them up against the side to see. And they're fine. Okay, I think there's just a couple in there. I can either mash them, I can puree them, but I think I want to mash just because it's easier. Just get out my potato masher.
Mashy, mashy.
See, and we could even just mash some of them. You can do however you want.
God, those smell good. They smell so good.
And if they look, they're going to thicken up some anyhow.
Actually, they smell like they'd make a really good chili.
They would. Let's see as we move things around.
Maybe we should not smash them all and leave some and make them like a chili.
That doesn't work with this. We'll make more beans.
Okay.
We'll make more beans for chili. Because it's not like we're going to pick out each bean that's whole now and
No,
use
that's
it for
true.
a chili.
That's true.
So it's like a little bit too late for that.
Yeah.
every time I say mash, Apple hears Hulk smash, and it kind of, yeah,
Kind of is. Yeah.
I think that's how I feel about it. How long? I did pre-soak. I soaked them for about 8 hours, and they were in for 7 minutes. Now, depending, it could be, these were Rancho Gordo beans. They tend to be fresher. They are Rancho Gordo. Pinto beans. If I got them from the store, and it depends on what I'm going to cook them for. Sometimes if I'm just trying to get stuff done and make dinner, I'll just cook them for 10 minutes. I'm going to puree them. I do not care that they become mush. Oh, and Raw Chef Yen says her favorite Ninja Creamy ice cream thickener is cooked quinoa. I haven't done that yet.
White quinoa. Have we had white quinoa?
But yeah, quinoa is fine. You've had it before.
Okay. I trust you. I don't remember it.
You guys are so funny. I haven't gone to the Korean market yet. I had backups of all the condiments I lost except for one, I think. So yay me for filling up the pantry. But I do need to go, and I'll probably get some Korean sweet potatoes. Yeah, if you're eating starch solution, calories don't matter.
Yeah.
Depending on whatever you're following. So a lot of the people here are following the starch solution or some variation thereof. So in that, even though they may have a slight higher calorie density, it's so close as far as the pound calorie density. You want to keep mashing these for me?
Okay.
This doesn't come out, so there you go. And you can leave a few if you want.
I'll just smash them.
Okay. You didn't really miss a Korean conversation. I'm just going to go to the Korean market because everything spoiled in the fridge. TS is saying, when using the Instant Pot and a burn notice comes on, do you just cancel it and do a quick release to check on the food? Yes. And sometimes, so like, let's say right now, if this was too watery, I could just turn on the, what's the exact wording? The saute. And turn it on high. And it works really well to kind of get rid of some of that. But they will get thicker as well. And let's see. But with the burn notice, a lot of times things will, especially if you're doing like a split pea soup or something, sometimes that it's cooked and sank to the bottom and then it gets burned on. That's pretty good. Here, let's show everybody.
Okay. They look good.
So that looks pretty good. If you have, like a...
They look like restaurant beans.
Yeah. Only they're going to taste better and they're not going to be full of oil.
Yeah.
Also, vegetarian canned beans, even before the tariffs, were up to like $4 at Sprouts. This is about 8 of these. And see how, and I'm going to cancel it because I don't want it to get any more warm. But you can see that's about the thickness. You see how you can drag that through? Mm-hmm. That's about the thickness that I like it at.
Cool.
Okay, now I'm going to taste it. Okay. So we had some of those in, some of those nice spices and things. But I'm going to add some more. It wasn't enough, but it was enough to it was a good start. And let's see what else we got. I'm missing some stuff. Oz walked over to the computer, she said, hey, they're back. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I really appreciate you guys missing us. We were gone for a long time, and next year we have a couple of trips that will be gone for a while too. But for the most part, for the rest of this year, it's just short trips.
Yeah.
2 months is hard. 2 months is a little hard, but I think we can do better next time. I think we can prepare better.
Yeah, we definitely learned a lot of lessons. We learned a lot about even after we've lived together for 20 years, we still find things sometimes that we don't mesh completely on, or our tisms are acting up, and then we have to talk about it and figure out, like, next time, how do we make this not happen? And train travel triggers that for me.
Okay, so this is not ready, but it's a good start.
Yeah, those are plain.
Right, so we had a good start. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add probably a half teaspoon. If you're not sure, you can start with a quarter teaspoon. I'm going to mix in some garlic powder. I'm going to mix in another half teaspoon of smoked paprika. You could use some liquid smoke. I'm going to put in about a quarter teaspoon of cumin. I'm also going to put in another teaspoon of ancho chili powder. And what you can do too is, as you're putting these in, you can smell them together. Potions and powders will be out in October, and the pre-sale should be up fairly soon. I just got to get a few pictures for that. Okay. Also, I kind of would like these to be a little cheesy, like Cheryl is. So I'm going to start with like 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast.
I'm super cheesy today.
She is always super cheesy, trust me. And you don't have to put any salt. You can put your salt substitute if you don't eat salt. If you do eat salt, now's a great time to salt it. If you don't, just salt at the table. Usually I salt these a little bit because I end up giving them away when I clean out the freezer. If I have extras, or if somebody's sick, something's going on, something like that. Okay, that's getting some good in it. Giving Cheryl a taste. There's no salt in there yet.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then, but are we going to just salt them ourselves, or are we going to put some salt in?
I'm going to put some salt in. I think you could use a little more cumin too. That's not what you're tasting. You're tasting the ancho chili powder.
Yeah, maybe that's all.
I don't like it too heavy cumin.
Yeah, I don't like a lot of cumin either. And there was a few things that we had that were
Oh, thanks, Shauna. It's so good to see you here.
There were a few things we had that I felt like were way too much cumin stuff in them when we were traveling, that I was just kind of like, really?
She's just getting... So I'm putting some lime in. Obviously, if you have real limes, you could use lime zest. You could use lime juice. I'm coming back from vacation, so I'm using lime powder. And just like we talked about before, in case you came in late, when you juice a lime, before you do that, go ahead and zest it. You can either freeze the zest to use later, or dehydrate it, puree it, or blend it into powder. And so you can make your own in case these get pricey. It's really easy to do. I will say that, like, fruit powders tend to get a little bit stuck together, so you might want to put a desiccant pack if you have some vitamins or medicine that you take. I think you're going to say that's enough lime. I could go a little more. Could do a second packet.
A little more lime.
Oh, you're into more lime too? Okay. But a lot of this is just tasting it. Now, when I do recipes, I write them down as I do this, right? But if I didn't have any cumin, or if I didn't have any of one thing or another, I'd find something else to use as a substitute. I haven't put any Mexican oregano in yet either, so I'm going to put about a teaspoon and a half. and that'll add a nice flavor. On plant-based-instantpot.com, I have a couple of refried bean recipes, and one is a mayakoba, a white bean. And I make that. I don't make it a cumin one. It's more of a marjoram. Marjoram or
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Mexican oregano.
I like that one.
I can't stir and talk and read at the same time. We found I can do 2 things at the same time. I cannot do 3.
She can literally like be doing something over here and something over there, and then
I think a little more cumin.
she'll have the TV going in the background.
That's how I do things I don't want to do, is I watch TV at the same time.
But if I go to ask something while she's doing that, it causes like her whole hard drive to go.
Because that's the 3rd thing. And Leanne says, I freeze whole limes and lemons. They zest easy when frozen, and I can peel the white pith off while still frozen. Nice. The wedges also peel off super easily when partially frozen. That's awesome. Young people say it's drippy.
I got a drippy shirt.
Okay.
I got this shirt in April and I couldn't wear it because somebody made me buy it a size smaller than I was wearing.
Because I knew this was going to happen.
But it's now.
Yes, it does.
So
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah. Chili lime beans, just like you'd buy at the store.
It's good. It's really good.
And it was easy, right? It was really pretty easy.
Super nice.
So I'm going to try and use my new stove, which the manual I haven't read, but I'll move these over. So what we're having is we're going to have tostadas.
Ooh.
And this has an air fryer function. It says no preheat.
Do you want me to bring the...
I don't know, let's see. So it came with this air fryer basket. And I think Sammy left these air fryer papers, and I'm using some of them. So when I went to Costco, I was like, what's some of the easiest stuff I can get? So there was a chopped kale salad that I'll use without the dressing. The dressing, I believe, is not vegan. But I usually don't use the dressings at all. I got a big thing of mushrooms. I got some avocados and a big thing of romaine hearts. And I got some of these almond flour tortillas. And they're not low calorie density. They have almond flour, tapioca starch. Oh, I can't read up that far. But they don't have added oil. They have plenty of oil in them from just being almonds. So I'm not trying to kid anyone about that. And Starchy Shauna says, congratulations on the weight loss.
Thank you.
Right?
I lose about 2 pounds a month.
And Tanya says, my oven and air fryer basket isn't as good as I find the Breville or basket air fryer. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm going to make 2. And then usually what I do is I freeze some of these. So then for emergency meals, I'll probably freeze some of these in a reusable Ziploc, and I'll freeze some of that in this and kind of make a little taco kit. And I'll probably make 2 now. I really should just go ahead and make 4. I don't know why I'm pretending that somehow we're not going to want a second one, because we haven't really eaten that much today. We ate leftovers out of the fridge from takeout. Because when everything's gone out of your fridge, you don't have an oven, it takes kind of the motivation out.
But we still have from our takeout, we still have 2 tofu summer
I ate
rolls.
them.
Oh,
That's
you ate
what
both
I
of them?
Yeah, that was what I ate today.
I was going to tell you to make some peanut sauce. Did you make peanut sauce?
No, I just ate them because I was hungry. So
Okay.
usually what I do is I put these in the Breville. Why do I feel like, do I need to put convection on? I'm going to put the convection on.
doesn't really have a manual. That you have to go online and do it, I think.
We'll see what happens. It's at 400 degrees. It says air fry.
Is there like a start button?
Yeah, it's on start.
Well, maybe it's heating up.
It's getting hot. Okay, we'll find out. And maybe it'll take longer, and if it does, that's just fine. We have some jarred sauce. If you didn't have any taco sauce, you could take some of the tomato green chilies, blend it with a little bit of lemon juice, some garlic. There you go. You got a salsa. Maybe some cilantro if you have it. Cilantro is always a good call. I squeezed one last thing in here, and it's going to be the death of me. This is Cheryl's favorite salsa from Trader Joe's, and I have some salsa verde. We could make other things. We could make this just as a salad and not use the, oh, you're binding sketchbooks, Apple. That sounds really cool. No, again, I just moving it. Cheryl needs to clean it. And I just had to clean everything, so everything came off the cabins. A convection oven is similar to an air fryer. Now, there's air fryer functions on ovens, and this is the first time I'm ever testing it. Oh, Patsy, it's good to see you.
We used to use convection a lot on the other oven.
Yeah, so convection is just a fan blowing air around to make sure that things cook more evenly, and they usually cook faster because of that. Mm-hmm. So an air fryer is kind of doing the same thing. Would you like to be adored? Here you go. Fergus in all of his glory. Let's see if I can. Ta-da! Do you feel adored? Do you feel adored? Sweet little baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, talk about sweet little baby.
Oh, Freya's looking right at us like, who are you talking about? Why aren't you touching me? Okay, will you open this?
She's got so big, y'all. She a big girl now.
Now, this is my go-to lazy meal. Oh, here.
I got it.
Turn it upside down, do that.
Oh, yeah.
I know, right? Let's see. If I move this over here, and I move Fergus over here. Fergus, can I move you again? There you go. Kisses on the head? Or are you going to smack me? He's not happy about being moved around. Oh, who's a bomo? Who's a bunny? He's like, I'm a bunny. What does it get me? Okay. So I'm putting these over here so I can remember that it's an oven. It's quiet.
It is quiet. I mean, you can hear it's running, but...
There's the oven light. Yeah, there's a little sheen happening. Let me put on, does it have just a timer? Yeah, timer. Let's do 2 minutes. I don't think I know how to use that. I'll just keep checking.
Oh, the timer? I know how to use the timer.
Okay. Put like 2 minutes on it.
All right.
Oh, and Apple says the real question is, how's the ice maker? The ice maker is glorious. And it is everything I ever needed it to be. We have a Nugget ice maker that I drink 4 times the amount of liquid. It's really, really nice. Says Cheryl looks like she's all dressed up to go out, and Kathy looks like she's ready to go to bed with her moon t-shirt. Oh, you're staring at Fergus. Look, Fergus, You remember Oz? Oz is on the other side of there. Say hi. Hi, Oz. Hi, Oz. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you're so cute today. Let's go back.
2 minutes?
Yeah, it'll probably be less. Theoretically, it should be less than that, but we'll find out. Shelly says, my husband bought the Ninja Pizza Oven. He's been making oil-free crust and sauce. Awesome. I actually am going to try making some home milled spelt flour, organic spelt flour, and make some here and see how I do with that. Vegana said, can you do a video on cleaning an air fryer, wary of chemicals that may get in the fan and blow onto the food? What kind of air fryer do you have? Cheryl's going to show a video how she cleans the Breville. The Breville is kind of worse because it has the elements. They're covered in kind of this little shield, but everything sticks on the shield in the bottom. I was thinking she might even try the steam cleaner. Usually she uses, now if you're using like one of those egg ones, it's got a non-stick coating. She uses a razor because it's stainless steel. One of the things you can do is you can let it cool, and this goes with all appliances, anything non-stick, especially let it cool all the way, then soak it in soapy water for like a while. On the inside of an air fryer, because of the fan and the elements, if it's one of those egg ones, I would just wipe off. So maybe use warm water, damp cloth, because you don't want to get any of the electronics wet. So hopefully that helps. And the convection oven, going back to that, all it does is turn on the fan. It cooks things more evenly. It's great for baking. It's great for speeding things up. If you have it, use it. If you don't, you might have to turn your things around halfway through. So if you have the Breville Air, it air fries, but then you can also turn up the convection, so it has it, you can have it on low or like super convection. So that just means the fan blows harder. Is that my... I don't know if that turned this off or not.
It did. I heard it cut off.
Oh, but I think they're about done. At least some of them are. 2 of them are. Okay. It may not be all the way done. And you're going to see some oil. I did not put any oil. It's just that they're almonds. So see how they're a little...
Oh, actually, you probably don't want them any crispier than
No.
that.
No, I think this one's still good too. What I'll do is I'll leave... Yeah. Ow. Okay. So you should use tongs. Don't flip things like I do. It's not safe. But I'll make 2 of these. So I'm going to get some tongs.
I'm going to turn this off.
Okay. And then if we don't eat these, I can let them cool and put them in a Ziploc and they'll stay crispy, and then we'll have it ready for lunch. And let's see what I'm missing. Yeah, you have a Power XL, not the 3 mesh racks. Okay, so if there's no nonstick coating, Cheryl will show how to use she uses a razor blade later this week. I think we have to get some more. Yeah, they crisp up great. You might even be able to put these in a toaster or something. In the Breville, I usually cook them for like a minute or less. So, and it's great. I didn't do any added oil. You could do this with corn tortillas as well. Oh, this is just spaces. Okay, I'm gonna
Do you need me to bring that closer?
nah. Get some beans. And this is how I make, you know, like sometimes you could use a pot holder if your hands aren't made as calloused as mine is from the heat.
Don't put as many beans on mine.
That's not as many beans. Yeah?
Okay, yeah. It's thin.
All right. I have not started decorating for Halloween yet. Let's go ahead and put some salsa on there, because this is the best place to put it so it doesn't fall off, in my opinion.
That's yours?
No, is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I am the way I am, so therefore I like everything to the edge. I want every bite to be a delicious little burst of happiness. Cheryl thinks I'm crazy for it. And then let's go ahead and sprinkle on some of our almond queso fresco, which is made, if you're coming in now, it's made with leftover almond pulp. I'll give you more crunchy lettuce. And if you had tomatoes, you could put avocado, you could put steamed vegetables, you could put, the list goes on and on. Tofu. But this is what we're having today. Oh, Cheryl is very peculiar about how she likes things. I like a lot of beans. I'm going to want a lot of salsa, even though this is her favorite salsa and not mine. That's why sometimes I'll just
I like it because it doesn't have a bunch of chunky stuff in it. It's very thin.
And I like the chunks. So
she likes chunks, but I just like I like it kind of watery.
I'm all about the taste.
Like a cross between a salsa and a hot sauce.
Then I will kind of move it around so it's not going to just fall immediately off is the goal. Doesn't always happen that way. Fran says she's a spread to the edge person too. Yup.
You should see her make like a sandwich with like peanut butter on it or something like that. Like
I spend a lot of time.
I'm talking like precision to the edge, completely like around, exact thickness all the way.
Yeah, we usually have 2 jars. Actually, we have 3 jars of salsa in there. I went and looked at the salsa jar stash. So there was some green salsa. I was like, let's just open one tonight.
Yay, my salsa one. I was hoping that you didn't pick the pumpkin salsa.
No, I like the pumpkins. I have not started decorating for Halloween. We just got back. But I have Halloween decorations all around me for the potions and powders photos that I'm taking. Yeah, no naked edges. I like that. That needs to be a t-shirt. No naked edges. Let people think what they will. But let's see, it's 8 o'clock, so it's been a little over an hour. But I could have toasted these while that was cooking. I could have already had this, so tomorrow when we do it, everything's done. Everything's just done. So you could make this theoretically, actually, if you didn't use the Instant Pot and you had a can of refried beans or some frozen refried beans or a can of pinto beans, black beans, kidney beans, any bean will work in a pinch. Throw some stuff on it, keep tasting it, spread it on a thing, or cut up a whole head of romaine for yourself or 2, drop in. I like to put refried beans, salsa, and then if I can get a little bit of like yogurt, like vegan yogurt in there, and mix that up, it makes a great dressing and it makes a really good salad, like a taco salad. Yeah. But for now, we are going to go and eat our dinner. But it's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys. It's good to see all of you again.
Yay.
And we will be live much, much more frequently, I promise.
Yep.
Okay, have the very best night, and we'll see you tomorrow. 1 o'clock is Tiffany to talk about the starch solution. Mm-hmm. And then 7 o'clock, I think it's in the email. I think it's 7 o'clock. If you look in the channel, it says
7 o'clock for Sangeeta's Positivity
Positivity
Circle.
Circle.
And if y'all have not been to that, it really is really nice. And it's just a nice centering hour, and just everybody's just kind of real feel good. And I think like you should come. If you can, you should come check it out. If you don't like it after you check it out, then you don't have to come again. But I think everybody should check it out.
It's not food, but it's just, it's a tough time. Food prices are going up. Lots of things are happening. People are a little more stressed.
Yeah.
And we're always here to try and, keep everything together in the community. And I think Sangeeta is just wonderful.
She is.
And you guys will like her too. Okay, you guys have the best night, and we will see you tomorrow.